Hi everyone, it's Carol. I am on my computer and had planned to be on my iPad and it just died even though it's charging. Super weird. Supposed to have Jill hop on, but I'm not sure if I can have her jump on because now I'm on my computer. Let me see if I can invite Jill. Okay, I'm going to keep going. If there's a way, Jill, that you can figure out how to join in, I would love it. Technical difficulties. The last time I used my phone for a Facebook Live to join someone in, it had weird echoing sounds, so I'm not doing that. Okay, so I just learned about rank mapping. I've heard people say it before, and I kind of just figured like, oh yeah, I know how to do that. When I was running for Royal Crown, I would figure out how much OGV I needed in each leg, and I would just kind of like focus on like, okay, this leg needs this much, and I'm going to focus on this leg. But I never did it as intentionally as this technique does. So rank mapping is being super intentional with where you want to go and then working yourself down into smaller, workable, tangible, doable sound bites, okay? So in the link, I will put the Google document that has these printouts. These are from Baby Steps, another Crossline team. Lindsay Leaf, a Young Living Diamond, shared about this, but I'm gonna share this picture for star, okay? So for star, you need 500 OGV, right? And you don't need legs, but if you can get 4 people to order 100 plus your 100, you will hit star, right? So let's say that you want to hit executive. How can I do this? Okay, executive is 4,000 overall group volume. You need 2 legs at 1,000. Your 100 is going to be here. And you need 2 legs that have 1,000 each, right? But if you're senior star or you're even star and you're like, my goal is to hit executive in 3 months, and you have 500 OGV and you need to get to 4,000, that seems really daunting and really impossible, right? So rank mapping is how you're going to break things down into more doable pieces. So instead of you being at the top and being like, I have to figure out how I'm going to get 4,000 OGV. No, here's how you break it down into smaller bits. You've got to find 2 people in your downline that you're going to help to get to senior star. Senior star is 2,000 OGV each, right? Stars, so if you have 2 senior stars, that means you're going to help them find 4 stars plus their own 100 PV. And each of those people find 1 person to sell a kit to. So instead of it being a daunting task for you, you're breaking it down. Sorry, this is like opposite land. You're breaking things down into pieces, smaller bite-sized pieces. And if you can help these people become stars and these people become senior stars, that helps you become an executive. So that's not how that's not the thinking that I had when I was running for Diamond and Crown and Royal Crown. I was just like, here's the OGV. Okay, here's the leaders. Help the leaders. Figure it out. Let's run promos. Let's do this. Let's do that. But this rank mapping is way more, it's going to set you up way better for a sustainable up rank and more ranks down the line. Do you get it? Are you guys understanding what this whole rank mapping thing means? So you're looking at who's in your legs that you need the OGV for, overall group volume for, the months that you want to set this goal for, 3 months, 6 months, 8 months, whatever. And then you're doing some common sense math, common core math of figuring out, okay, so if April ended with this much OGV, overall group volume, with these legs, if you even have legs, having this much OGV, and in 3 months or 6 months, I want to be this rank, which requires this OGV and these legs, divide it, minus it, all of that by the months so that you can see how much each leg needs per month, and then break it down even to smaller bits. Okay, so if this leg needs 1,000 OGV, look and break it down. So 1,000 OGV, if you had to come up with 1,000 OGV, or you're telling the person at the top of that leg, let's run to, you know, silver, whatever, executive, I need you to get 1,000 OGV. They're going to be like, hell no. Like, you're probably talking to people who barely have opened their kit or just started, right? But if you can say like, hey, I'm running towards executive and you're one of my legs, and I would love to work with you so that I can help you become, you know, senior star or star. And let's figure out who in your downline could sell a kit. Let's do a class so that we can sell kits and get people signed up and get them on ER so that you can become the next rank, and that helps me. Okay, so the beauty of network marketing is not only the freedom that you get, but when your team does well, you do well. The better your team does, the better you do in terms of finances and all the things, right? The more leaders, the more ranks that we have in the Hello Essentials team, the bigger my paycheck is. So it benefits me to help our team find ways to do things easier, better, smarter, differently, think outside the box, okay? So look at where you are and look at where you want to be and break it down by the months, then break it down by the legs, then break it down to how many stars does that require? And a lot of times when you get to, especially like executive, silver, gold, we shift into this like admin-y role where we're like, oh, I've got like the group that I need to like manage, and, you know, I've got to like come up with graphics and yada, yada. What I want you to focus on is we've got to get back to the basics of helping stars, people become stars. When I totally ran into this issue where at a certain level, I forgot what it felt like to be a star or starting the business. And I would just answer questions really short, succinct, because I was so busy doing all the things. And I wasn't paying attention to building the relationship with my interested people the way that I used to, where I was really interacting with them, where I was giving them more information and finding out what they really needed. I got to a point where I was just like spitting out facts and not really giving the people what they were needing. I was giving them what I thought that they needed, right? And once I switched back to like, oh, okay, remember what it was like when I was just starting, and I would answer the questions longer, more in depth, and I would have this back and forth conversation that would then build into a kit sale versus like, oh, okay, this person, sure, boom, 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 here's this answer, this answer, this answer, here's this link, whatever, here's the lookbook, whatever. So if we can think back and go back to like what it means for someone just starting to hit star and help those people, like what does it mean to help those people? It means like do a class for them. I don't care if you're in my 5th leg or my 20th leg. If you're my personally enrolled, I will do a class for you in person or online or whatever I need to do to help just get you up off and running, right? To show you how easy it is to do a class. So if you can figure out, really work it down month by month, how many people need to hit star, and then you can use Oily Trends, or just look in, if you don't have Oily Trends, which is an app, you can just look in your VO over the last couple months if you've got a small downline, and just kind of see like who's been ordering ER on a regular basis, who's like really close to hitting a rank. Like if this person who's got, a couple people under them ordering on ER, and they're, like 1,200 OGV, and they're not even trying, like if they got to senior star, what would that do for them, right? Have a conversation with that person. Like, look, you're consistently, just a couple hundred away from senior star. What would a senior star paycheck do for your life? Like, we don't know what's going on there in their lives, especially financially, right? And so a couple extra $100 per month, like that could be huge for someone, right? So think about what you can do for them, and then that in turn helps you. And so when you break it down, I mean, this requires math and it requires thinking, and it's more green than even I would want to do. But by breaking it down into pieces of like, if I need this much OGV, and then I need 2 leaders that have at least 1,000, that means I've got 4 people underneath them that are stars, which means those people sell 4 kits plus their 100 per month. That's totally way more doable and palatable and achievable than like, oh my God, I've got to figure out how I'm going to get to 4,000 all by myself, or with like this one leader. And that puts too much pressure on your leaders to have them like, hey, I'm running for this next rank. I need you to come up with like blank OGV. Like, that's not fair to them. Like, work is a partnership. Okay, so if you want to hit this rank and I want to hit this rank, here's what we're going to do. Let's stay accountable to each other and work together. Let's look at your downline and see where the people are that we can identify and build the relationship and start talking to them about like what the business opportunity might be. And some of you might do your rank and be like, I've got nobody. Okay. So I ran into that when I was running for Royal Crown Diamond. My 6th leg had a lot of people in it, probably 250 something, I don't know, several hundred people in it that were ordering here and there, but no one was really like running with the business in that leg. I had a couple people that had like a toe in, and it needed like a good 15,000 OGV to get to Royal Crown Diamond. And at the time I was getting coaching from Eric Walton, who is a Young Living Diamond, and he wrote a book called Downline Leadership. And he really put me to task and said, like, what are you not doing in that leg? And I was like, well, I'm kind of tired and not doing classes in that leg. Definitely not doing like Zoom calls and like coaching calls, because I was like, I got myself to Crown Diamond, I'm exhausted, right? And he was like, well, do you want to get to Royal Crown Diamond? Well, hell yeah, I wanted to get to Royal Crown Diamond. And so he said, basically, like, so what are you going to do about it? Like, I can complain about this leg. Oh, there's nobody in there that's doing anything. Or I can do something about it. So I did my own classes and I found more people. I networked with some people and got someone that we knew that signed up, knew somebody that signed up and was ready to move on the business. And I started doing Zoom calls, even though that's not my favorite thing. I'm a red and I just want to like, just get it done, just do it short, quick, just get it done. And doing Zoom calls was not my favorite thing, but I was willing to do it for a short period of time. I think I did it for, I don't know, 8 months or something like that. Once a month, we met up on a Zoom with 2 different groups. I contacted everybody in that leg that was sort of doing the business, that had been doing the business but kind of fell back. And anyone that was like really ordering a lot of product regularly. And I contacted them and I let them know, like, hey, I'm going to start doing these Zoom calls, and I'm taking only a certain number of people for these Zoom calls. In order to be on these Zoom calls, you have to be ready to work your business and do a certain number of, income producing activities. And we met and we held each other accountable, and I coached them and they worked and we worked together. And now my 6th leg is my 5th leg. It has worked itself up and it's doing so well that it surpassed my 5th leg and is now my 5th leg instead of my 6th. So if you're feeling discouraged because you're looking at your rank map and you're like, that leg that I need that OGV in is just blank. Well, no, it's not blank. There's empty space for sure. But let's go back in there. Maybe you've done this and gone into that leg and done the talking to that person or whatever. But maybe that time wasn't their right time. Or maybe they pushed for you to hit a rank that time, but then fell back. Maybe now's another time that they might be willing to put some effort in. And if you can help make it more for them, what can I do to help you get to the next rank? I would love to see you getting to the next rank. Like, what would this income, use the income disclosure statement. What would this income do for your family? And what can I do to help you get there? Like, let's book some classes. Let's book some online stuff. Let's find some vendor events. Let's do those things. Like, all those things take effort, right? And they require work. But you're not going to get to the next rank without some work. But let's not make it just all you doing the work. Let's make it a community of a team doing the work so that they can better their lives and up rank. And in that, you get to the higher ranks as well. So check out the rank maps. It's pretty amazing. This was just a little intro, and Jill is going to have an event. I believe it's on May 22nd. It's an online event where she's going to talk more in depth about rank mapping and vision boards and setting intentions and how to get yourself and your team to the next ranks. So I'm going to share that link in the group after I'm done with this call. So if you want more description about how this works and why it makes sense and what to do if you're feeling like you're stuck and you don't have anyone, definitely join in on Jill on calls, Dream, forget what it's called. So, but then, the other thing is, let's not have a scarcity mindset about our downline. Like, yes, you might have a downline that's not really doing much, but what are you doing to expand your network? What are you doing that's uncomfortable and scary that you can push yourself out of your comfort zone so that you can find your next person? At the Most Powerful Women in Network Marketing, one of the ladies said something that I absolutely loved. That was, everybody's looking for the next shark. Everyone's looking for the next rock star. But why not find the minnow that you can help mold into the next shark? So I think oftentimes we're looking, it's easy to try and get focused on, like, I just need to find someone who knows a lot of people, who's networked, who, has all the makings of a great business person. And you don't really look at all the other people. And what I think it was the same lady. She was insane. She signed up over 1,000 people, I think, or maybe it was 4,000 people, personally enrolled people over like 12 years. And what she said was she talks to everybody. She talks to the dry cleaner. She talks to the Uber driver. She talks to the grocery clerk. So when the grocery clerk sees her, she says hi, and they have a relationship. And when the grocery clerk has an issue, you know, her elbow's bothering her or her wrist is bothering her, this person can say like, hey, here's a product. You want to try it? Come on over. You know, you can come over to my house. We can chat about it, yada, yada. So you don't know who in your downline might just need a little extra attention, a little extra support to become the next rock star. You don't know who the next person is that you're going to meet that might be your next rock star, you know, in the making. But let's not discount the minnows, because if you, so Jody Meshach, who's a Royal Crown, teaches about the army of ants, right? Like one ant cannot pick up the leaf or the piece of food and transport it back to the ant hole, right? But if you have an army of ants and 50 of them are carrying the leaf, it makes the leaf something that's doable. So let's focus on finding the people that want to be stars, that want to be senior stars, that want to be executive, and help them break down how to get the stars underneath them, and how, if we can get everybody in our downline that wants to do the business or just earn a little extra money, if we could help each of them sell one kit, that would be a huge increase in your OGV. If your OGV, I mean, it's not realistic. If you had everybody in your downline sell one kit, your OGV would double, right? So it's not realistic that everybody would do that. But if we can get as many people in our downline to just share and sell one kit each month, and maybe sell 2 kits the next month, and sell 3, or just consistently sell 1 kit per month, you would be well on your way to the next rank. So focus on going back to the basics and filling in the blanks and finding the people, whether you get paid on them or not. It all helps. It helps in the grand scheme of things. So find the people and help them figure out how they can sell a kit. Maybe they can sell 5 kits, or that person that they sell a kit to can sell a kit, so that it's the army of ants working together versus just you feeling the burden of doing all the work. Because I guarantee you, if you're doing all the work and you're relying on just the rock stars or your leaders, they're going to get burnout and you're going to get burnout. So find the people wherever they are in your organization that have that inkling of interest, and then nurture them and encourage them and support them and do whatever you need to do to help them get to stars. And the more stars you have, the more everybody else is going to do better. And when you break it down into those smaller bite-sized pieces, getting to the next rank is way more doable than just saying like, oh, by 3 months I need to figure out, 5,000 OGV. That's too hard. But knowing the little pieces and finding those people below you so they can get that work done with you, and that blesses them financially. What a great thing, right? So again, I'm going to put the link in for Jill on Call's dream thing that she's doing, where she's going to talk about rank mapping, vision boards, setting intentions, and helping you figure out how to get to the next rank. The link for this Google document that has every single rank so that you can print these out and break it down. And I really encourage you, if you've got downline members that are doing the business, have them watch this rank map video, have them print out their desired rank map and help them figure it all out. Break it down, like set up an appointment. If you're my personally enrolled and you want to do this with me, I'd be happy to set up a Zoom, even though, you know, it's not my favorite thing, but I will do that for you. I want to help you get to the next rank. So offer that to your downline. Let them know that you're there to help them, and there you go. So thanks for joining me. I'm going to put the link for Dream Night in. You can wear your pajamas. You don't even have to wear pants. Have your ninja, have your wine, whatever. It will be fun. And thanks for joining me. Okay.